Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to the Hardest Zombie Quiz, Season 4, Episode number 3. And today, we're joined by our special guest, White Cliff Games. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? I'm excited to be here, but I am very nervous.
Yeah, it's okay to be nervous. A lot of people are. Right now, the highest score is 35%, which means 7 out of 20 correct by FPS Psycho, and he actually recommended you for the quiz.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool. Do you think you can beat him?
I think I might set a record on this show and get be the first guest to get 0. So that's where I'm at right now. But we will do the best we can.
I think the lowest score is 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't think you're going to do that bad. There's a lot of fairly easy questions, but also some really hard ones. So if you're ready, let's jump into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Question number 1 is from Wisconsin Will, who asked, how many handgun revolvers can be used from World at War through Black Ops 4, excluding wonder weapons?
Okay, so specifically handguns and specifically revolvers as well. So the 357 Magnum is in World at War. The Python is in Black Ops. I'm trying to think, is there another one?
So if there's a gun that's like, for example, the Python is in Black Ops 1 and 2, that would count as 1.
Okay, good to know. Good to know as well, because that is in 2. Okay. I'm going to move on from Black Ops 1 right now. Black Ops 2 obviously has the Python again, but it also has the Remington New Model Army. Oh, well, Black Ops 2 also has the... No, sorry, Black Ops 3, has the Bloodhound from Shadows of Evil. But other than that, I don't think there's a weapon kit gun that is a revolver. And then I'm sure Black Ops 4 has one, but what it's called is going to escape me. Oh no, one of the starting pistols in Black Ops 4 is a revolver. The Welling. The Welling is, unless it's belt fed, but I'm going to say the Welling from Black Ops 4 is a revolver. And that, excluding wonder weapons, I think that's going to be where I get stuck. So that's my answer, final answer.
So you're going with 5?
5. If there's a number, yeah, I'll stick with 5.
Okay. That is unfortunately incorrect. The 2 that you missed was the Executioner from Black Ops 2.
Oh.
And also...
Sorry, go ahead.
And also the Mazu as well.
The Mazu, yeah. Mazu's a genuine miss on my part. The Executioner, I'll take the L, but I think of it as a shotgun. Like, obviously it is a pistol first, but I never thought of it as a revolver specifically, so that is interesting. Okay, fair enough. So there's 7. Good to know.
All right. The next question number 2, is from someone's name I literally cannot read because it's a bunch of letters. So we're just going to skip the name, but you can see it on screen. Who says the quote in Black Ops 4 Zombies? If I close my eyes, I can see it clearly for a moment. Doris, the asylum, the plane jump, and then it's gone.
Just to repeat the question is just who says the quote? Does it have to be a playable character?
It's from a radio.
Okay, then if he's at the asylum and Doris and does a plane jump, I'm gonna have to say Peter McCain.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is correct.
Okay, I got 1. Amazing.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, that's our Alpha Omega radio.
That makes sense because that's where he does his interrogation with Purnell. Okay.
Yep. All right, question number 3 is from Nolan55, who asked, including all Treyarch games and map iterations, what was the first map to include multiple Pack-a-Punch camos?
Okay. What was the first map to include multiple Pack-a-Punch camos on a single map?
Yeah.
Including all Treyarch games and map iterations. So that is a big hint you've given me, so that makes me I wonder if it's something to do with the Resurrection remakes of World at War maps. I don't even know if I want to go to Resurrection. I might be disregarding your hint here, and if I get it wrong, that's completely on me and not you. I want to say it's World at War Doris because all the guns have the same Pack-a-Punch camo except the Wunderwaffe, which has a gold. If that is only on Resurrection, then I'm wrong, but I'm going to say World at War Doris is my final answer.
All right, that is kind of right, but also kind of wrong because the Wunderwaffe is only gold in Black Ops 1 Doris.
Okay, so I did. Okay, that's fair enough. I did specifically say that was not the case. So yeah,
So the correct answer was Black Ops 1 Doris, because all the World at War
right.
guns have the World at War camo, but the Black Ops 1 guns have the Black Ops 1 camo, and then the Wonderwaff's gold.
Interesting. Okay, so the Wonderwaff was not gold in World at War. Okay, that's just a Mandela effect.
Yeah,
Good to
and it
know.
was another like gun you just wouldn't want to get because you lose Jug if you end up shooting
That's
yourself.
very true. War Dervis is totally different. A totally different game. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to question number 4 is from Sassy a Soul, who asked, "What is the name of the FG-42 Pack-a-Punch?"
You know, coming into this quiz, I knew there would be a Pack-a-Punch question, and I did try and do a quick peruse, but World at War Pack-a-Punch names, like they didn't have the formula down yet. Like I don't know, they like in Black Ops 1 you had fun Pack-a-Punch names, but World at War sometimes they just randomly added new letters and numbers for no reason. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to say it like FG-84, just double the number. So the FG-84 Annihilator. Final answer. That's not correct.
All right. The correct answer is 420 Impeller.
I knew they were doing something weird with the numbers. Okay, Impeller. Don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
Okay.
neither do I. All right. Question number 5. What does the Shadow Man say after opening the Pack-a-Punch on Shadows of Evil?
As soon as you do the lockdown and the Rift Stone is open, well, he does have a full. He does say a couple things because he sticks around for a while before he turns into the Squid Head. I know that the first line of what he says is, I believe, "Thank you for your service to the overlords." But when it comes to, he does say a lot more.
It's
and,
like one. It's basically one line, but it's like longer than that.
yeah, "Thank you for your service to the overlords." Or your service to the overlords is appreciated. And then, your dimension is now doomed. Final answer.
All right, I'm not gonna give it to you, but you're like kind of right along the line. It was, your service to the overlords is appreciated. Our complete assimilation of this dimension will now proceed.
I knew he was talking about the dimension. I just, yeah,
You got
I was just,
you got like the appreciation for the overlords.
yeah, I am happy about that for sure.
All right, moving on to question number 6 already. I feel like we're flying through these.
I'll try and take more time to think. Maybe I'll get one more right by the end of this.
All right, question number 6. On the Black Ops 1 map 5, where can you purchase claymores?
Yes, that is a great question. It's obviously not on the first floor. Because Claymores in Black Ops 1 is usually like the last thing you can get. On Kino, they're on the stage. On Ascension, they're deep into one of the lunar lander platforms. 5, I want to say it's in the labs, and to be more specific, it wouldn't be in the same room as the Bowie knife. I'm going to say the room with the pig in the labs. Final answer.
That is correct. It is in the pig room.
Okay,
So
amazing.
you go
That was
in,
mostly, I guess.
if you go in looking at the pig, to the left-hand side in the back corner, there's like a sheet with claymores right there. And it's
Is
all,
it around the corner, like you get kind of in a dead end area, or is it before you go into that?
well,
little
there's like a barrier to your left when you buy
Right.
them. So yeah, it's kind of like in the back corner. And I believe the KN57 is purchasable there on classified. It's like in the same spot.
Oh, interesting. They didn't even try and find anything in the same weapon class. Okay,
Yep. All right, nice job. That's 2 correct
nice.
so far. You're getting there. All right. Question number 7 is from Anthony G, who asked, "What is the order of the staff pedestals on Origins from left to right?"
Okay.
So in the mound.
Yeah, this is absolutely gettable. I know for a fact that fire is on the right, so I'll lock that in on my piece of paper right now. Fire is on the right, and that's the Nikolai statue. I believe Richtofen is on the far left, and he wields the wind staff. So I'm going to say that. The middle two, though, this will be a coin flip. I'm going to lock in an answer that is from left to right. The staffs are wind, ice, lightning, fire. Final answer.
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
I like how you
Okay.
got to that conclusion. You know you knew two, so yeah, you
Yeah.
got ice and lightning right. So nice.
There was some knowledge in there buried deep somehow.
Yeah, nice job, man. That's three correct. All right. Moving on to question number 8. This one's definitely going to take a little bit more time, I think,
Okay.
to visualize, but it's from a man 5555 who asked, "How many barriers are on the giant?"
Okay. Yeah, I might have you do a bit of editing here, and I'm gonna try and draw a very quick mental map of the giant. Okay. So spawn room has one on each side, one down the stairs, one on the left, and that's it for spawn. The antechamber on that side has only one, like where the double barrel is. And then you go into the furnace room. Furnace room has one there, one inside the furnace room. Okay, this is going to get me in the ballpark. I'm not going to get a right answer because I'm realizing how big the giant actually is. You think of it as a small map, but it does have some size to it. Okay.
I'm going to give you +or -1 on this
Okay,
as well.
that's generous. Okay, and
Yep.
the question is just how many, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So then if you go upstairs, you stay in that room. One there, and then you go. Oh, is there one around the corner? No, I'm gonna say there's one in that room, and then if you go into the teleporter room, there's one with the spine, and one outside at the box location. Now we're going back to the box. 1, 2 on that raised platform. Down in the box location, there's one. Teleporter C has one in quick revive, one down the fluffy handprint hallway, one just outside the catwalk. There is one down below the catwalk. And then we're on to the testing lab side. I'm just going to say there's 1, 2, one for the fly trap, 2 at the teleporters. Okay, let me count up what I have drawn. I just have a bunch of squiggles and a rough outline of Derice, and I hope that it's the same as Derice because I am more familiar with that. I don't think they changed the geography too much. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I have 21. I'm going to just add a fudge factor, assume I missed 1 or 2. My final answer is going to be 22. Final answer.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 28.
Oh wow. Okay, I must have missed the whole
I
zone.
think a couple that you missed. You might have missed the one that, like, as soon as you go to the right out of spawn, like looking the opposite direction of the teleporter. There's one window there.
Right. Yes.
And then there's another one where, like, next to the double barrel, and then also on the left hand side of spawn, there's 2 barriers that are there outside
on the way, like where the power door drops down. Yeah, you're right.
And
okay.
I'm trying to think what else you missed. There's a few in the, like, there's one or like, I don't know if you counted the 2 next to animal testing.
I started giving up there, so it's probably.
And then there's there, 2 at jug as well.
Oh, I didn't even think about down the jug hallway. I just went straight across the bridge down to. Yeah, you're right. Of course, that is the one that always kills me. Yeah.
I think that might be all 8, or all the ones you missed, 6 rather.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yep, the correct answer is 28.
28. Yeah, it isn't the biggest map, but there is some space.
There's like about. Honestly, it doesn't feel like there's that many either.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, question number 9 is from Speed938, who asked, "One of the Ultimate's characters is allergic to a certain perk. Who is it? What perk are they allergic to? And why are they allergic to the perk?"
Okay, so some preliminary thoughts. Allergy to fish is definitely something you can have, and that would be an obvious quick revive. I know that Juggernog is made with eggs. It's probably I played so much Kino. I did play the later maps a lot, but some of those newer perks, I mean, they're not new at this point, but there are some that I don't know exactly what the character quotes are. Okay, so I need to get the character, the perk, and what the offending issue is.
As long as you can get the character and the perk, I think that's good enough.
It's generous. I still don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna take a stab. I'm gonna say that Richtofen is allergic to. What would he be allergic to? He is allergic to. I don't even know if Double Tap has a listed ingredient. I'm gonna say. You know what? My final answer is gonna be Richtofen is allergic to Deadshot Daiquiri. Final answer.
All right, that is incorrect. The correct answer is KO is allergic to PhD flopper because it contains prunes, which is one of the main ingredients. And in one of his quotes, he says that his eyes water like crazy after he drinks PhD flopper.
I feel like I do remember that eyes watering quote, but I guess I just never put it in context. I did want to say Takeo, but I didn't get there. I couldn't put the perk together anyway. So okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting question, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question number 10 is from Channel Joined, who asked, what Black Ops 2 weapon has the longest pack punch name in all of zombies character-wise?
Black Ops 2, they got into a trend of like they had a bunch of acronym names and they started spelling them out. Like I know the RPD is the relativistic punishment device. Like they just started taking the gun name and making up a whole bunch of words with it. I feel like I almost do want to say that one because like the AN94 is the something neutralizer. It's definitely along that line. I'm just trying to think of obvious ones like vitriolic withering. That's not as long as the RPD. The Cap 40, the automatic pistol, does have 3 words, but I couldn't even tell you what they were if I wanted to guess that. Black Ops 2, you know, it doesn't feel long enough, but I think I'm gonna have to stick with it. So my final answer is going to be the RPD pack-a-punched into the relativistic punishment device.
Their final answer?
Locked it in. That's my final answer.
All right, so there's 2 that have more characters than that.
Okay.
The first one is the MTAR, which has 34 characters, and it's the Malevolent Taxonomic Anodized Redeemer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that actually has the most, which is 37 characters, is the R870 MCS, which is the refitted 870 mechanical cranium sequencer.
I knew it was something where they made up a bunch of random words to fit the acronym, but yeah, I just didn't know them well enough. Which one? What gun is that? The R8?
R870, it's like the Remington shotgun.
Oh, the shotgun, the Remington, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought that was a really interesting question because I guess it encompasses how well you know pack-a-punch names, but also like you got to think about it.
Right, you have to know all the pack-a-punch names. It really tests your knowledge there, yeah.
All right, question number 11, I think might be the easiest one on the quiz, so we'll see if you can get this one correct.
Oh no, I hope I don't mess
It's one
up.
of the easier ones.
Okay.
It's from Brad is Rad, who asked, on Zetsuba no Shima, what are the 3 components to build the Masamune?
The Masamune. Okay, so the first component is the spider's tooth from the spider's boss fight. The second component is the liquid divinium that you have to shield bash the lab elevator to get you all the way underground and get it from the skeleton. And the final component is the rainbow plant that you have to grow in the underground or underwater tunnel, and you have to mesmerize it with the skeleton on soft way to open it. So the plant, the spider's tooth, and the liquid divinium. Those are none. I just want to make sure that none of those are for the KT4, and I'm confusing it because they are like equivalents. No, that's gonna be it. My final answer is the spider's tooth, the liquid divinium, and the rainbow plant.
All right, that is correct. So it's the spider's fang. The vial, we don't know 100% if it's liquid divinium, but
I guess that's true. Yeah, we just kind of made that up as a community. Yeah, that's fair.
And then the rainbow water plant, which is still so weird. Why would you water something that's already underwater?
It's already underwater. It's very SpongeBob logic where you have the lake under the water already. Yeah, it is a little silly.
All right, so that's 4 correct, I believe.
Okay, that's amazing. I'm so happy with myself.
All right, question number 12. This is actually the easiest question, I think, if you played Black Ops 4 well enough. So question number 12 is from Mr. Duck Fart, who asked, what are the full names of the 4 Chaos Crew members?
Chaos Crew. Okay. Scarlet Rhodes, the easiest one of all. Bruno is French. I'm gonna say Bruno Delacroix. Stanton Shaw. And see that I know this is gonna trip me up. I believe it's Diego Martinez. I don't think thinking any longer is going to illuminate anything for me. I'm really just guessing at his last name. So I'm gonna say Diego Martinez, Scarlet Rhodes, Stanton Shaw, and Bruno Delacroix. Final answer.
All right. Unfortunately, Diego's is incorrect.
Uh-huh.
His name is Diego Nicali.
Diego Nicole. That now that you say it, yeah, absolutely, you're right. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you told me before you didn't really know BO4, so.
No, that was a very
give you
fair
a pass.
BO4 question. Even if you've touched it a little bit, you should know that. So that is completely on me. Totally fair question.
All right. Question number 13. How do you earn the achievement from the shadows?
So when I started doing my retrospective series, I've made a brand new account and I've been getting all the achievements on that. So I feel like I would have seen this pop at some point, and I do feel like it's more recently. So I want to say it's in Black Ops 3. It is. I have a sense of it. Like I know that it exists. I do know I've heard this name before, and I have hunted this achievement, whether it's hard or not. I have gotten it. I don't think I even have a guess. I'm going to say, yeah. I all the achievements that I can think of, I know the names of, so I know that all those like things are spoken for. So I don't think I can even take a guess here. I'm gonna have to just give up. Lock in a failure here. What's the answer?
All right. The correct answer is in Shadows of Evil, spot the Shadow Man 5 times in one game.
Of course. Every time you do a ritual, you have to look at him outside the map. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That one you
I
just
knew
get
that
by
Black Ops
playing.
2. Yeah. Yeah, you don't even have to really aim for it. You just have to have your camera tilted in the right direction and get lucky a couple times. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Question number 14. In Black Ops 4, if you are doing the Easter egg solo, a bot can spawn in for 2 specific steps. Which Easter egg steps are they?
Well, the first one I want to say is in Blood of the Dead, when Great War Richtofen spawns in. I don't think it's the same thing as Moon, where the player character is guaranteed to spawn as Richtofen. So yeah, no, it's definitely not. So I'm gonna say that for the blood step, like the very last step of the Easter egg, where you have to drain the Richtofen's blood. If you are Richtofen, then someone oh no, wait. Does that? Yeah, a bot Richtofen will spawn and get in the chair if you're not Richtofen. I'm gonna say that for one. And then secondly, I know there is a forced cutscene in Ancient Evil where Bruno stabs Shaw, but I don't know if a player actually has to be in the game for that. That could just be a pre-rendered cutscene. I don't know if I have a better guess though. So I think my answers are going to be Blood of the Dead, the final step, and Ancient Evil when Shaw is opening the door with the codes in that mid-game cutscene. Those are my final answers.
That is correct.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's like I was doing like research or whatever. So on Ancient Evil, it said like a like 3 arc as like the clan tag and then like some random guy's name connected as you go into it.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. And then for blood, like you said, Richtofen will spawn and get in the dark mechanism, I believe it's
right,
called.
the one that has to actually get in the chair.
Yeah,
is the
and
bot.
yeah,
Okay.
and then also he'll come out as well.
Got it. Okay.
All right, nice job. All right, that's 5 correct. You tied Mr. T-Lexify.
Wow, I will be happy with that.
All right, question number 15 is from Arky Armor, who asked, who says "oh shit" in the Mob of the Dead intro cutscene?
I think once Johnny Cash starts playing, there's no like lines of dialogue, so I think this is pretty early on when Billy Handsome shoots the guard and they realize he doesn't go down. So I do want to say it's their reaction to that, because before that they're very nonchalant. Billy Handsome just says like, "You forgot how to get the job done." So unless it's Weasel first seeing that, it could be anything. I'm realizing now, because I could picture Finn saying it. I could definitely hear that in Michael Madsen's voice. I think the only one I think it isn't is Sal, which is going to be very funny when it is that. So I'm going to pick between the three. I'm going to have to say the Weasel, played by Joey Pants. That is my final answer, Weasel.
That is correct. It is Albert Arlington.
Okay.
I forget where it is, but it's like right before, and there's a bunch of zombies coming. He goes, "Oh shit."
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he backs away, he leaves the group, and that's where he dies. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice job. All right, 30%. One more correct, and you tie the record so far this season.
Wow.
All right. Question number 16 is from Boy Off the Block, who asked, "Name every perk in the Mob of the Dead cell block version of Grief."
Oh my god. I have a confession to make. I have no friends, and I don't play any Grief. Okay, well, I know 100% PhD Flopper is in it, because that's the only machine appearance of it in Black Ops 2. Grief, I have to assume Quick Revive is in Grief. Sorry, is the question their locations or just the perk names?
Name what perks are in it.
Okay. What perks appear? You know, they don't have to put Juggernog. They might not have done that, but I'm gonna say they did. And then other perks that just are in Mob of the Dead Vanilla, I'm gonna write those down, even though that might not help me because obviously PhD Flopper isn't. I feel like with that small of a space, they probably would have cut Deadshot because no one's gonna be using that. Meal Kick, the same. I don't think there was room for it. But I can't imagine they would not have all of the core 4, so I do want to say Double Tap and Speed Cola. It is small, though. Is there room for 5 perks in that space? I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this wrong, but for my answer, I will submit PhD Flopper, Quick Revive, Juggernog, and Double Tap Root Beer 2.0 final answer.
All right, that is incorrect. No Quick Revive, and
Oh, wow.
and also no Jug.
No Jug. That's okay.
So it made it like really hardcore. Like this was the hardest one, and it was the best one in my opinion.
Okay.
Because of how difficult it was. So Speed Cola is in the warden's office, just like it normally is. Double Tap is where Electric Cherry is. PhD Flopper, like you said, is in the library. Deadshot Daiquiri is in the cafeteria. And Mule Kick is in the spawn room, right next to where the M14 Wallbuy is. Question number 17 is from Will Loves BOTD or Blood of the Dead. Will Loves Blood of the Dead. What gun does Edward Richtofen say is the best gun ever made and on which map?
So, I am fairly confident that Richtofen's favorite gun, just stock, like not wonder weapons, is the MP40. Richtofen's favorite gun is the MP40 on... Does he say it early? I might be thinking... He does say multiple different quotes, so it could be his first appearance or it could be later, but I'm going to say... Richtofen says his favorite... No, he says it's the best gun ever made. He says the MP40 is the best gun ever made on Keynote or Toten final answer.
That is correct.
Wow. That map pull was completely random.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't want to say anything because you said you played a lot of Kino, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Nice job. You tied FPS Psycho now. So you're tied for the lead.
This is not what I was expecting.
We got 3 questions left. We'll see if you can get another one. All right. Question number 18 is from Liam Cicero, who asked, what 3 years are listed on the Nocturne Toen co-op loading screen in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3?
Oh, goodness. Again, I have no friends, so I always get to watch the cutscene. I never see the loading screens. Okay. I know what there's that very sci-fi looking shot of all the scientists. Is that, I think that, unless I'm thinking of a different loading screen, but I think I know what we're talking about here. Is gonna be a bit of a guess. I might get one right. I doubt I'll get all. 1935, 1939, 1941. Final answer.
All right, that is incorrect. The correct answer is 1964,
Oh,
1959, and 1943. All right, question number 19. On Classified, Dempsey mentions that he likes an animal. What animal does he say he likes?
see, the obvious answer is pig. I'm looking at the portraits too. I'm trying to think, because those are all presidents and stuff. There's no just decorative art that might have an animal on it. On Classified, there might be. Who knows? Greg, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be wrong. I'm gonna say my final answer is Dempsey likes a pig. Final answer.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is cats. And
Oh,
and he says this to hellhounds. Glad you're not a cat. I like cats. What? I can't have a softer side?
interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would have gotten there anyway because, again, I'm thinking five and just kind of translating that in my head. So honestly, dogs would have blown my mind. I wouldn't have even thought of that
Yeah,
unless given
and
a lot of time there.
also they cut um dogs on 5 as well. They were originally supposed to be on 5 and they cut
Oh, is
them.
that true?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's quotes about it as well that you can find.
okay.
So yeah. I guess they decided to go with the Pentagon Thief, which in the long run I think was a good decision because it
Yeah,
made
I
it.
love how unique five is. Like, I love a unique boss enemy. I wonder if there would have been both, like if they just would have spawned alongside the zombies. Because I think if it had been between that or Pentagon Thief, they absolutely made the right decision.
All right. We are on the final question. Question number 20 is from Liam Cicero, who asked, what artifact is capable of manifesting the user's will into reality?
Okay. So, I mean, the two big ones are the obviously the summoning key and the Agarthan device. The specific wording of manifesting the user's will into reality is specifically used for the Agarthan device in Tog der Toten. So that is my final answer.
That is correct. It is the Agarthan device.
Okay.
Nice
Wow.
job. So you got a 8 right, so that's 40% and the new high score so far this season with 40%.
Wow. I had no aspirations of beating either of the people that have gone before me. FPS Psycho and Mr. T Lexify probably realistically, if we were put head to head, would come out the victor in a knowledge battle. But something came up. I figured out some of those by complete luck, and some things I actually did know, so I'm happy.
Yeah, so I would say that this one was a little tad bit easier than the other
I
ones
agree. Yeah.
because there's a lot more BO3 questions. So
Okay.
it made it a little bit more easy, but nonetheless, it's still a 40%, so nice
Yeah.
job and congrats on the high score. Now comes the part where I ask who you would like to see on the quiz.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many people I would like to recommend. I think to pick one, this is someone who I haven't spoken to myself, but they make some really cool zombies content, and it's always on really very esoteric things that I never even knew existed. So I think they have some very interesting knowledge. It's a channel called the Godzilla 150. It's a smaller channel, but I would definitely think that they have some of the most random knowledge about zombies. I think they could pull out some really interesting answers here.
I've never even heard of them, so I will do some research and see if I can get in contact with them. Because so far we're on a streak. We had Lex recommend FPS Psycho, and he recommended you. So we'll see. He said Godzilla 150, right?
Godzilla 150, yeah.
All right, cool stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys go and check out White Cliff Games if you like really interesting discussions, I guess, about zombies maps. He makes some really cool videos. They're kind of like retrospectives, but I would say a little bit more interesting. And he has a really soothing voice, as you just heard throughout the quiz. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next quiz or video that comes here on the channel. Peace out.